Hi, my name is Hamid. I'm a certified instructor at ASM Educational Center. This is our website, asmed.com. If you go on top and click Information Technology, it will take you to this page. And here we have a bunch of Amazon courses, and also we have Microsoft Azure classes. If you click Azure classes, we have Azure AZ 900, 104, 203, and 300. And also in our website, when you go under here, we have blogs. We have Microsoft blogs, which Azure. If you go to here, that will take you to here. So everything that I do that is going to show up right here. When you click in our blogs, not only you see the video, you see the page of the video, and also you see the lab, everything. Okay, so that's the what's eventually is going to show up right here. So today I want to talk about this topic. It's called Microsoft Azure Access Windows VM over SSL without public IPs using Bastion Host. So what that means, I'm going to have a virtual machine which has no public IP. It has only private IP address in my subnet, and also I don't want to be connecting through RDP. I want to use SSL over that. So I'm not going to use RDP. Here what we're going to use some concept called Azure Bastion. What does that mean? Azure Bastion is a service that you deploy and lets you connect to a virtual machine using your own browser and Azure protocol. So we're not going to use RDP, we're not going to use SSH, we're going to use a browser. The Azure Bastion service is fully platform managed PaaS service that you provision inside your virtual network. So that's what we're going to do today. It provides secure and seamless RDP SSH connectivity to your virtual machine directly from portal over TLS. Okay. When you connect via Azure Bastion, your virtual machine, you don't need to have a public IP address, okay, or anything else. Azure Bastion deployment is per virtual network, which we're going to see that, not per subscription or account or virtual machine. That means once you provision Azure Bastion service in your virtual machine network, VNet network, you can RDP SSH to all your machine, okay? So that means as soon as I do that, if you have one machine private, okay, you do Bastion host, you connect. If you create another machine with a private IP address in the same VNet, you can use same Bastion services, okay? So here's a diagram. So what's going to happen, we have something called like a subnet here, okay? Then what you have to do, you and I, which we're going to see that we're going to create Azure, it has to name has to be very important, Azure Bastion subnet. You have to create this subnet inside your virtual network, okay? Then people, we're going to connect to TLS 443, then you're going to connect to this machine. And this machine, I'm going to show you that it's going to have a secure group only 443, okay? So look what's going to happen. We're going to do lab. The goal of this lab is to connect to virtual machine which has only private IP address, but we don't want it to RDP, but we want to connect with HTTPS. In here I have VNet 10.0.0/16, then subnet that with this, and where my machine is located, and my virtual machine has only secure that has HTTPS, no RDP, which I'm going to show you that, okay? So let me go back to my portal. I'm connected to my portal, okay? All right, I go to my VNet. Let me show you what I have in here. I have my VNet, and this the IP address is 10.0.0/16, okay? Inside that one, I created a subnet. I call it public subnet 10.0.0.20. This is where my virtual machine is located, okay? Now if I go back to the home again, I just want to show you I have virtual machine right here. I just want to show you what I have. When I click on this virtual machine, you see that I have no public IP address. I have a what? Private IP address is 10.0.2.4 is, because that's the network 10.0.2.4, okay? Now if I click on networking tab on the left side, I just want to show you I only created security group with HTTPS. There's no what? RDP on here, okay? So that's very important. There's no RDP. So let's go to my lab right now. The first thing you want to do, you want to go to VNet, which I'm going to do. Then on the left side, you're going to click on subnet, then add subnet. I'm going to create a new subnet. It has to be called Azure Bastion subnet. Look, if you misspell it, it will not work. Put this IP address. We're going to put .4. So leave all as default. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back here and create a subnet right now, okay? So hold on a second, please. So we go back to here. I go back to my home. I go back to virtual machine right here. Okay. I go to like VNet right now, and I go subnet. So you see I have one subnet. I'm going to create another subnet. I'm going to call this what? According to this my nodes, you got to cut it carefully. Azure Bastion subnet. That's the key things to do. Don't forget that. Okay. So I'm going to call this right here. I'm going to call this. Then this network I'm going to put a 4. Okay. Network 4 right here. That's it. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm not going to do anything here. Leave it everything default. And then I'm going to do that. Okay. So after doing this, after doing that, we're going to go to our portal. So let me go to our portal right now. Let's see, this is finished. I click save. Okay, it's saving right now. So let's say save it. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my portal. Hold on a second, it's saving right now. Okay. So if I refresh, you see I have 2 subnet right now. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, the next thing I'm going to do, okay. Now I go on top and search for Bastion. So I'm going to go on top, and here I type in the word Bastion. Okay, it's going to take you to here. Okay, oops, sorry about that. Now we're going to add a Bastion host. Okay, I'm going to add here. I have my resource group. I'm going to put that one right here. I'm going to call this. Let's call it Bastion. Doesn't matter what name you call, Bastion 1. Now here you gotta make sure you put the same what region. So the best to do, you right click on home, open new tab, make sure you see what region you are in. Okay, I go back to here. All right, it's coming right now. Then I'm gonna go to my PC. So right now I go to my PC right now, and I see that I'm in what right now. I see that one. When I go to one VNet, I am located inside the Virginia subnet. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. So that's what we have to do right now. So make sure you put it on where? Virginia subnet. Again, let's go back home again. All resources. See, US is. You gotta put in US is. So I go back to US is right here. I'm gonna pick my VNet. Okay. Then see the name shows up. If this name does not show up, means something wrong. You have to go back and delete that. Okay. Now I don't wanna. I wanna use a public IP address. I'm going to create new one. I'm gonna call it what? Bastion IP address. Okay. Okay, must begin with letter. Okay, I mistype it. Bastion IP. Okay. I'm gonna go down, then tag nothing here, review, and then what? Create. Okay. So this is gonna take time. Now let's look at my notes. So you should call it this. It's very important. If you misspell it, then it will be not shown here. You need to go and delete the old one. So I'm gonna call public IPs, create that. Tag, review that. Okay, it's going to take approximately 3 to 5 minutes to create that. Then what I do, I go to my virtual machine, then you click on connect, but now I will pick Bastion instead of RDP. Then you will see a new what page, then you put your username and password, which I created for my machine. So let's go back. It's right now, it's in deployment process. Okay, so to review what we have done so far, right? I had the what VNet, this, I have this subnet. I had to go create a new subnet. The subnet name has to be very important. Azure Bastion subnet. And I put this network 10.0.10.04.0. Leave it all as default, okay? So I go top, I search a Bastion, then I'm gonna add that and create this Bastion. Bastion 1, US is, network VNet, and then you have to see this name. So that's what we've done so far. So let's see what's happening here right now. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, right now it's still in progress. So it takes time a little bit. So the keyword is what? Patience. Okay. So let's go back to home. Let's see what I have so far. I have what? All resources right here. Okay. So you see right now I have web server 1 security group. Let me show you my security group. That's the one I told you that. The security group is that only allow HTTPS. There's no RDP, nothing like that. That's the key. You gotta be careful, okay? Alright. If I go back to web server 1, my virtual machine, see there's no public IP address because I don't want to have a public IP address. Okay, if I go back again, home again, and then a VNet, on the left side you have a subnet. So we had this subnet 10.0.20, okay, and we create this. All right, so I go back home again, and I go back to our resources. I go back to Bastion. This, let's see if it's finished. Still what? Provision. It's not finished yet. See that? It's not finished. So if you try it, it's not going to work because it's not finished. If I go to home, go back in the top, go to virtual machine right here. You click on your virtual machine right here. Okay. Now, see the word connect. So instead of RDP, SSH, we're going to use what? Bastion. Okay. So, see, Bastion is Azure service that allows you fast, secure connection to my virtual within a VNet. Okay. So right now we have to wait. Let's try that. See, oops, it's not working yet because it's not finished yet. So let's go back to home again. Again, as I told you, it takes time. If I go to Bastion right here, I go back to here. Make sure it's what? Updating. So it takes a little bit of time. So we have to be patient. All right. So the key is that's the subnet that you have to call it. Okay. Again, it's going to take approximately 3 to 5 minutes to create that, and then you got to go to virtual machine and do all of that. And we're going to put yours in there. Now you will see that you're connected to Windows 2019 server. 2019. I'm sorry. Server via HTTPS, not RDP. And then when you log in, you will be able to access internet. Remember that VM has no what? Public IP address. Okay. So let's see if this is finished. I'm going to refresh again. Still updating. Takes time. Go back to here. Still updating. All right. Okay. And here's the Bastion IP address. And the IP address is obvious. It's going to have a public IP address. Okay. And we just wait until that comes up. So let's go back home again. Let's go to let's go try it, see if it's connected. I go to my virtual machine right now. Again, I click what? Connect. RDP down. We don't want to use Bastion. Let's see if it works now. Bastion? Not yet. Still working. So we gotta be more what? Patience. We go back to Bastion. Still updating. So it takes time. So the key is what? Be patient, okay? So let's see what's going to happen right now. All right. Almost there. Almost. We're almost there. All right. Anyway, when this is finishing, all of this is going to be inside our what? Blog page. So if you go to our home page and if you go to blogs right here, Azure's right here, see Azure's blog, Microsoft Azure. We have one blog already. We're going to keep adding more Azure stuff on here. So if you have any question, you can fill up your first name, last name, all that good stuff here, your phone number and company name, and we'll be able to help you. If you want to take a class, you can take classes with us through Zoom or live in class. And we offer some of the classes through Zoom also too. All right. So let's see if this is finished. Updating. I go back to here again. I go Bastion Host. Succeed. All right, it's success. So let's see if I can connect right now. So I go to home again. I go to virtual machine. I go back to here. And then I go back to connect. So I'm going to connect to what? Bastion. All right, it works good. So I'm going to put my username and password. This is the username and password that when I create my what? Virtual machine. Okay. Oops. MOGH. Let me type again. Click connect. Okay. A pop-up is preventing, so I'm going to go back to this pop-up right here, and I'm going to allow that. Done. I'm going to try to connect. See, now I'm connecting. Again, I'm not using RDP, I'm using what? HTTPS. I'm going to allow this to here. Now I'm connected to my what? Virtual machine. Voila. And this virtual machine has what? Only what? Private IP address. Does not have what? Public IP address. Okay. Okay. So when this is finished, as I say in my notes right here, when you see you're connected to Windows 2000 server via HTTPS, not RDP, then you can log in and you will be able to access internet. So we can access from what? We can go from inside to what? Outside. So when this is finished, we're going to show you that right now. I'm going to say yes here. I'm going to say yes to here. And let's see what's going to happen right now. So we are testing right now. As soon as this is finished, I'm going to test that and make sure that everything's working fine, okay? So let's wait 1 second. Now, look what happened. I'm going to close this guy right here. This pop-up, okay? So let me finish this pop-up, and I'm going to go to command prompt and test that. So I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to type in CMD. Takes time because it's a little bit slow. Okay, so let's wait. I'll go back to here, and I'm going to type in IP config. See, you have a what? Only what? Private IP address. Then I'm going to ping 8.8.8.8 minus T. As you see, oops, I mistyped it. Let me type it again. All right. Okay. It should work. Let me try again. I think it froze. Okay, so you see I'm connected here right now, and I should be able also. Let me try again. Ping 8.8.8. Okay. So if I type in here google.com, see, I'm connected to internet. Okay, I can connect to internet, so all is good. Okay, so that's it. That does everything. As you see, I'm connected to internet from inside my what? Server. Okay. So I hope that clears up everything. If you have a question or comment, you're welcome to contact us here. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.